Well, hi there, fellow travelers, my online friends and folks and faraways and close twos. It's my birthday, 2025. I'm turning 75. I love it. I'm feeling great. I'm excited about this time of life. I feel like a very active crone who's going to make a little ruckus before I move on. And I've also got a new grandbaby, my first grandchild, a little girl, Rowan Amelia. So I have a lot to celebrate on this birthday, and I wanted to just say hi and share a couple of songs with you from my archives from previous performances of just a couple of songs that relate to being an elder woman, and one very specifically to my birthday. And many of you have heard me sing it at previous occasions, and I've got a real nice online live version of it from a No Better Time to Sing concert, sing along. I think it might have been 2022. Anyway, it captures that era when many of us were singing together online during COVID. So anyway, welcome to this little show and enjoy the music. And thank you for what you give to my life and my heart as people who appreciate music and live performers and singing along and everything that you appreciate. And I feel your appreciation over the years. You've been wonderful to me, very encouraging and supportive. And I promise I will do an online concert again soon. This is just like a little moment until that time comes. All right, enjoy the show. Bye.
So I want to start with a song. And this is a song that I wrote for my birthday a number of years ago. I honestly don't remember. It could have been 15, it could have been 20. I don't know. It all becomes a blur. Everything after 50, everything begins to be a blur, you know. But I love this song deeply. I really only sing it at the holidays. And it's my birthday song to myself. And I'm going to stand up if I can do this without knocking everything over. You would not believe the contraption I've got going here. You would not believe what artists have done to make this Zoom thing work. You just would not believe it. Kudos and deep bows to all the artists. Okay, just one sec. Give me just a sec to get my look organized here. Good enough. All right. So this is called So Close to Christmas. And of course, one of the things that makes today so wonderful is that as a birthday kid, as a Christmas kid, born 2 days before Christmas in a family that celebrated Christmas, you might say I felt a little lost in the shuffle sometimes. And my joke with one of my friends recently was it's really hard to compete for Jesus in the birthday realm. You know, it's like he was the big kahuna and I was the afterthought. And that's a total exaggeration. My parents adored me. But my mom does confess that she would wake up my birthday morning and say, oh my God, it's Betsy's birthday. I don't have anything for her. And she would wrap up a couple of my Christmas presents and give them to me as birthday presents. And she'd whip together a cake. She was phenomenal. And I never knew that it was like last minute. So anyway, the point being, I have learned as an adult not to try to have parties on my birthday, not try to do anything that involves more than 2 people, because everybody's busy and going to 10 other parties. And so tonight I am getting it's not revenge, I'm not sure what it is, but it is the counter spell, the counter medicine to years of suffering, to just, anyway, this means a lot to me. It's awesome. I'm having a great, great time. And thank you for coming, and thank you for all the artists who just so generously are offering their time tonight. So here we go, Betsy's little birthday song. I was born so close to Christmas, I thought all those lights were for me. I was born so close to Christmas, my sisters thought Mom found me under the tree. It was a time of joy, and I soaked it up, but sorrow lingered in the holiday cup, 'cause my mama's mama was giving up her life that very same year. was born when the earth was cold. Sunlight danced, but it could not melt. Mama smiled, but her eyes were old, and winter shadows were what I felt. And I reached for light in the midst of tears. I reached for music to calm my fears, and I reached for Mama to hold me near while her own Mama slipped away. I was born in 1950. The war was over, the women stayed home. Mom was smart, Mom was thrifty. She taught me to read, and my clothes were hand sewn. And I stayed with her while my sisters grew into magic people who went to school. But my fingers learned what the keyboard knew, and I was never alone again. Winter children know the dark. We warm our hopes on any spark. Learn to have a patient heart, and learn that endings are a part of being born. So close to Christmas, with all the dazzle and stored up dreams, torn up wrappers and disappointments. 'Cause Christmas is never quite what it seems, but we sing the songs with all our hearts. Mom and I shared the alto parts, and this turning world and I embark together into a new year.
Oh, I sang that song a couple of nights ago. I had a grandma party at my house. I invited my favorite grandmas to come over, and we had this little program. I had this little program in mind where every grandma got 1 minute to brag about her extraordinary grandchild or grandchildren. And they got to give me their best hot tip for how to be a really terrific grandma. And then I got to, of course, rave about my grandchild and my son and my daughter-in-law and all that. And there was a lot of singing. And so as a new grandma, I am really appreciating the activism that elder women and elder people, but elder women are rocking it. I mean, really out there. 1,000 grandmothers, just one example. Women around the world. Whew. So anyway, this song I wrote in honor of the 1,000 grandmothers and my own boomer energy that is not anywhere near quitting. And it's called Make a Little Ruckus. I hope you enjoy it.
I was singing to them, and I waved at my partner on the way out of the house, and I said, I'm going to sing to my demographic. So I'm finally an elder. So this is called Make a Little Ruckus. I got a few wrinkles, I got a little sag, but my eyes still twinkle, and my feet don't drag. I got a little time left on this earth, gonna use it well. Gonna make a little ruckus, raise a lot of hell. Let's sing that. Gonna make a little ruckus, raise a lot of hell. I'm gonna make a little ruckus while I got the time. I got fire in my belly, freedom on my mind. If I give it everything I got, the world may turn out well. If I make a little lot of hell. Nice, yeah. Welcome everyone, come on in. We're raising ruckus right here. Well, I made a little ruckus back when I was a girl. We were full of faith and love and hope. We were changing the world, and we did. Now young folks everywhere are rising in a mighty swell. Busy making lots of ruckus, raising lots of hell. Let's sing that. They're busy making lots of ruckus, raising lots of hell. You're busy making lots of ruckus, raising lots of hell. Putting bodies and hearts on the line, shaking the citadel. You make a party out of protest, you're singing all the way to jail. You're busy making lots of ruckus, raising lots of hell. Let's do it. You're busy making lots of ruckus, raising lots of hell. So I forgot to say one thing, which is that elder women are finding a terrific way to support young people in the 1,000 Grandmothers movement, which is nationwide. And it's women like a lot of us who are getting out there in the streets, and they are protesting and getting arrested and doing all the right thing. But I have a friend, Nikki, who's real active in it. And I called her up one day and said, hey, do you have time to go do blah, blah, blah? And she said, oh, I don't have any time. The grandmas are making 500 sandwiches for the kids. They're occupying the State House, and we got to go bring them lunch. And I thought, that's what grandmothers can do, right? There's a place for us elders here, right? So look up the 1,000 Grandmothers. They're really cool. Okay, here we go. On. Watch out for those grandmas out in the street, making a line of protection between the young folks and the police. We're keeping them distracted, weaving our grandma's spell. They're making lots of ruckus right behind us, raising lots of hell. Well, I got a few wrinkles, I got a few aches, I got a rebel spirit made of something that just don't break. I hear a call from the future, ringing like a mighty bell, saying make more ruckus and raise more hell. Do it with me. Saying make more ruckus and raise more hell. So let's make more ruckus while we got raise more hell. Let's make good trouble while the system fails. Yeah. If we give it everything we got, the world may turn out well. If we make a little ruckus, raise a lot of hell. Let's make a little ruckus, raise a lot of hell. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to tell you that the grandmas and I and another wonderful a cappella singer friend, Hallie Hammer, and Bonnie Lockhart were all at a big demonstration at the ICE headquarters in downtown San Francisco. You may have seen it on the news because people of faith, it was an interfaith action. It was a nonviolent protest and rally, but also people who had trained and chosen this nonviolent direct action were chained or barricading doors to go into the building so that for one day, no immigrants would be lured in there to have a court hearing or a check-in that they have to do and then get kidnapped and detained by ICE. It was a beautiful day of activism, and the 1,000 Grandmothers had these great banners that blocked off the streets because we did street art. David Solnit created an incredible mural. It was just the most glorious, glorious event. So grandmas making ruckus. Okay, I got one more for you. You know, listen or not as you wish. I just keep thinking of songs. But this is another live performance. And it is a song about me growing up as a young girl in some small towns, Rock Springs, Wyoming, and Cummington, Massachusetts, and having this fire for music and also for justice, because my dad was a progressive social justice minister back in the day when there weren't that many of them. And I was exposed very early to the civil rights movement and the cause of poor people and vulnerable people. So, you know, it's just in there. So this is a song about me growing up and becoming an artist. It's called Midnight Stallion.
When I was a girl living out on the plains, I'd slip out at night 'cause the wind was calling my name. Just a little girl under a starry sky, in a great big world stretching out on every side. And I wanted to go, and I wanted to ride on a midnight stallion across the sky. Here comes Cummington now. Just a one-street town and a one-room school. Just one church where my daddy preached the golden rule. No one went far, girls married young, boys worked on cars, carried a gun. And I wanted to scream, and I wanted to cry. Every dream I got gonna wither on this vine. Down in the basement, found an old guitar, and it stole my fingers, took my voice, took my heart. It had songs of maidens who stole their lovers' gold, and songs of hobos rolling on down the road. And I wanted to laugh, and I wanted to roar, some kind of power I've never felt before. Just like that hobo in the good old song, I'm on the road to somewhere, got my traveling shoes on. Just a teenage girl under a starry sky, in a great big world stretching out on every side. And I'm starting to sing what I'm wanting to hear. Got the wind and the North Star, got nothing to fear. From a one-street town to the city lights on a midnight stallion across the sky.
And there you have it. This has been really fun. I thought I was going to do a live concert pop-up tonight. I woke up this morning like ready to email everybody and say, let's get together at 6 o'clock Pacific and sing, and I can celebrate my birthday. And I thought, slow down, girl. You really wanted a day of rest and leisure, and that won't be it. So I wisely said not now, and instead had so much fun creating this for you and hanging out with you a little bit. So enjoy. I wish you the most blessed solstice. Happy Hanukkah, though it's over for now, but I bet those lamps are still burning. Merry Christmas, and 2026, we are gonna rock it. We are. It's gonna be a big year. I think big change is afoot. The people are getting organized. We are rising everywhere. There's a ton of progressive candidates, but that's not even the big news. It's really us, we the people, organizing, resisting, showing up at ICE, showing up for immigrants, showing up for Gaza, showing up for an end to this arms bombing madness, etc. All right, so let's get out there and do it, okay? Much love. Bye for now.